Hi everyone, my name is James Cook. So I would like to talk about quantum physics with you. What's a good way to figure out if quantum physics is real? That's a good question. Thank you for asking, James. You're very welcome, James. Oh, by the way, we can take these chords and put them in a box. Put them in a box. Don't organize the chords, but don't unorganize the chords. Just put the chords in the box. Make sure they're all separate too. Like, for example, don't wrap one chord around another chord. You can set chords on top of chords and under chords, but don't wrap chords around chords. That will defeat the purpose of the process. But take these chords. Make sure they're all separate. Do not wrap any of them around each other, okay? This is what happens in the universe whenever something wants to be around something else, and it's very simple for it to be around something else. If you notice that every time you put them chords away and you don't organize them perfectly and restrain them, they end up somehow wrapping around each other. This is due to quantum physics. This is due to the very, very small part of these pieces, like the plastics, rubbers, coppers, and the silvers and whatnot you use. Like, and by the way, you notice that if the chord is like another chord and they're separate chords, they like to wrap around each other more than other chords that aren't the same. But nonetheless, copper and rubber, or copper and plastic, is in both of them, so they're going to want to be with each other. Quantum physics is when something wants to be with something else on below a molecular level, when something else is connected to something else on a very, very, very small level. And a lot of people think, well, and by the way, this is a very huge thing too, because everything's connected between quantum foam and whatever you want to call it, but it's still just quantum physics. It's not just, I mean, quantum physics was the first one. Now we're talking about quantum entanglement. We're talking about quantum foam. We're talking about dark matter. We're talking about, what's the other one? Dark matter and dark energy as well. These all have to do with quantum physics. These all are things that are just theories with quantum physics. But if you want something physical that you can see and be like, okay, is quantum physics real? Take the wires, put them together, and eventually the wires are going to be wrapped around each other, and you didn't do it, and neither did your neighbor. I promise your neighbor didn't sneak over to your house and wrap them wires around each other. I swear to God it didn't happen. And if they did, that's crazier than quantum physics, just so you know. Uh, Another way to know how quantum physics works, because quantum physics is on a very small level, but it stretches across our universe. That's what it does. So, and it works way faster than the speed of light. As soon as you think the thought, the universe starts putting everything together for your advantage, even though you're so small, because guess what? Quantum physics is smaller than you, but it still works at a wide range. And that's why it's so big, because the range is from here to the end of the universe and across and around and back again. Quantum physics will always be here. It's what makes everything connected together that we can't see. But if you want to know if quantum physics are real, laws of attraction is based on quantum physics. They don't tell you that, but that's what it is. Whenever you think something in your head, it works on a quantum level, and it shoots out to the universe, and it literally goes faster than the speed of light. Like, whenever you walk inside a room and you connect eyes with somebody instantly, that's actually quantum physics. That's connecting you guys, because you guys are one of the same in one way or another. If you ever just looked up and somebody else looked up at the exact same time and looked at you, and then you guys just stopped looking at each other, quantum physics is what made you guys look at each other. But the awkwardness of you not knowing that person and that person not knowing you, and the respect that you don't want to stare at people, stops you from looking and talking to that person. But in all reality, quantum physics literally just drew you to that person, but your attraction stopped that, because laws of attraction control quantum physics. That's what they do. I'm doing an experiment. The only thing that I can give you an example of right now is that take wires of the same, all your Christmas wires. Don't restrain them, but organize them to where they're not wrapped around each other individually. One individual and the other individual aren't wrapped around each other. And next year, when you go put the wires up, you're going to find out that for some reason they're entangled. They're like, the wires just started coming together. For some reason, this wire is connected to this wire, and this wire is entangled with this wire. The reason why that happens is quantum physics. It's because over time, something of something else wants to be with itself on a really small scale. they know that they want to be together. Why do you think gold is found and diamonds are found and copper is found in chunks? It's because eventually they bring themselves together over time. These chunks of copper and gold and all this stuff didn't start together. It's basically living. It's living things that just want to be with itself, wants to be with something of itself or another that is like itself. This is what quantum physics is based on, and this is what attraction is too, because that's what holds the world, the universe together, is wanting to be with itself. Even though we're flying through space at, oh man, a good amount, like at least 100,000 miles an hour, let's just say. I think it's more than that. Don't quote me on that, but let's just say the relevance of how fast we're going through space really doesn't matter. We just know we're going really fast. What's holding us together is gravity. What's holding gravity together is quantum physics. Gravity is much faster than the speed of light. It always will be, and so is quantum physics. When gravity's made, it's made like that. It doesn't take time for gravity to push itself. Gravity does move, yes, but when gravity's there, gravity is stuck there. Gravity is there. Gravity doesn't take time for gravity to be in that spot. It's a constant. It's always there. It moves at the flick of a finger, or not moves. You can move it, but it's instantaneous. That's how magnets work. That's how gravity works. That's how quantum works. So all them things are faster than the speed of light. And you'd be like, oh my God, he just said Einstein's a dummy. I don't care about Einstein. I'm not friends with Einstein. Me and Einstein's aren't homies. Yeah, he did a lot of stuff back in the day, and he made a lot of theories, and he did a lot of formulas. They were theories, by the way, so none of that's fact. E equals mc squared is a theory. That is not a fact, and we have not proven that to be a fact yet. And us, nothing being able to go faster than the speed of light, because the example was because there was a mirror in front of the light and the mirror was going faster than light. What? Wait, stop right there. Let's just rewind. You guys said nothing's faster than the speed of light. So why is this mirror, this one mirror that we're talking about with an example, is faster than the speed of light? Well, it's because tachyons are faster than the speed of light. Tachyons have to do with quantum physics. Quantum physics, tachyons move out of the way of light because light comprehended it not. Light comprehended dark not. And that's one thing that we can prove, that dark and light do not want to be together. They do not like each other. They separate each other. They make sure that you can see that dark is over here and that light is over here. And when they mix together, they obviously don't like it. I mean, shit happens. And it's like when we get diseases, I'm sure, like light and dark, when they come together and create shit, it's like whenever we come together with another person and create diseases, you know. So it's and you can say, oh well, it's nothing like that, but okay, whatever. It was just a fucking example. Thank you, by the way, for being such a smart ass. And I know I'm gonna have a lot of critics and a lot of hypocrites that are going to be saying stuff on this, or maybe no one's gonna watch it, or maybe everybody's gonna watch it. I actually hope Secure Team at least watches it, because I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And the reason why I watch you guys is because you guys are speculators. You guys be like, hey, I'm putting this out there. You guys believe what you want, but I'm putting it out there so you guys know it's out there, and I like that. I mean, not like I believe in a lot of other stuff, but I watch your guys' channel, by the way. So let's touch base here. Quantum theory. Quantum theory is quantum physics. Quantum physics is quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement is quantum foam. Quantum foam is what holds us all together, is what they think. But you can see in quantum entanglement, like I said, put a bunch of wires together, you know what I'm saying, and watch it. Literally, next year you'll be like, holy shit, this guy was right. But nonetheless, the laws of attraction and quantum physics have a lot to do with each other. They're probably the same thing, but just explained differently. Just like quantum physics is right up here, and then there's subcategories that are in quantum physics, like quantum entanglement, quantum string theory, and then quantum foam. These are all subtotals, or subjects, I guess you could say, of the subject. But the quantum physics is much real, and a lot of things, whenever uh, you're thinking something and it happens, or over time you just keep thinking something, you keep thinking something, and it eventually happens. That's you bringing it to yourself. That's quantum physics. That's what that is. That's called laws of attraction.